Shiva Sutra 45. Nada Anusandhanam Sarvam Jagat. Listening to the inner sound of consciousness. Namaste. The 45th Shiva Sutra invites us into one of the most subtle contemplations of Kashmir Shaivism. It declares, Nada Anusandhanam Sarvam Jagat. By tracing the subtle nada, the entire universe is understood. What is this nada? It is not merely an external sound, nor is it simply a mystical sound heard by the ears. Nada is the subtle vibration of consciousness itself. It is the living pulse of Shakti, the silent movement through which manifestation continuously unfolds. Earlier, the Shiva Sutras introduced us to Spanda, the subtle throb of consciousness. Nada is one expression of that same reality. When the mind becomes deeply quiet, the yogi may become aware of a subtle inner resonance. Many traditions call this anahata nada, the unstruck sound. It is not produced by two objects striking each other. It arises from no external force. It is the spontaneous expression of consciousness itself. The yogi does not become fascinated by the sound. He follows it inward. Just as a river leads us back to its spring, this subtle nada leads awareness back to its own source. The attention gradually leaves the noise of the outer world. It begins to rest in the silent vibration from which all experience arises. This is why the sutra speaks of anusandhana, continuous inward attunement, not listening with ears alone, but listening with awareness. There is another beautiful insight here. We often speak about purity of the body or purity of the mind. These are valuable disciplines. Yet, Kashmir Shaivism reminds us that the deepest purity is the purity of consciousness itself. Nada arises from that pure source. It is untouched by the changing conditions of the body and mind. Abhinavagupta teaches that every mantra, every sacred sound, and every vibration ultimately emerges from this primordial consciousness. When the yogi follows nada back to its origin, he discovers not merely a sound, but the very ground of being. One may poetically compare it to the silent unfolding of creation itself. Not because the universe is literally makes such a sound, but because all manifestations arise from single living pulsation of consciousness. The yogi begins to recognize that the same subtle vibration is present within himself. The inner and outer are no longer divided. The pulse of life, the moment of awareness, the rhythm of the universe, all are expressions of one consciousness. This is the teaching of Shiva Sutra 45. The yogi does not merely hear an inner sound, he follows that subtle vibration back to its source. There, sound dissolves into silence, movement dissolves into stillness, and the seeker discovers that the source of nada and the source of universe are one and the same. That source is none other than Shiva himself. Thank you.